So this is a primer to the Yay meditation technique. Assume any meditative position you want, sitting, lying, standing down, standing on one foot, hopping up and down, whatever you choose. The technique is this. We're going to tune into the breath, right? Take a few breaths. And as you're going, just make a very slight distinction between the inhale and the exhale, right? So kind of get on a track. Inhale, exhale. Notice the pauses you can create or experience between them, right? Pause before inhale. Pause before exhale. Right, so you can think of exhale as one component, inhale as one component, this pause is a component, this pause is a component. You could think of a combination or a whole breath cycle as a component. Pick any component or combination of components you want. The technique is, as you're meditating, right, and as you're noticing your breath, when you notice the chosen component, you think yay. Right, now I've drawn a heart to indicate expressing yay from the heart. I think that's the most powerful and effective place from which to utter it. We can also, of course, utter it from our head. We can utter it from our gut. Again, we do have neurons and brains in each of these three regions, so we can express this yay from any one of these three, from all three together, alternating. Again, these are all different variations on the technique. The core technique, though, is, again, identifying a breath component and then electing that anytime that breath component is noticed to say yay, right? You could say it out loud if you want to. I think for this practice, it's maybe more powerful to do it internally. And as you do it, there's a couple different tweaks or variations. So one technique would simply be identify a breath component, for example, an inhale. And anytime there's an inhale, right, I have the thought of yay inside me. That's it at its simplest. Now, some variations you can do are, I like to think about a little bit louder now, a little bit softer now. So you can gradually kind of increase the intensity of your yay, right? And then gradually kind of decrease it. So think of it as like a brightening or a dimming. That way it's maybe not so monotonous, and then maybe that way we're not getting so, it's easy, especially when a meditation technique is monotonous, to kind of lose track of it or to go into autopilot and have, 20, 30, 50% of our attention start drifting elsewhere. So by setting yourself to kind of a continuous gradient of slowing it down, softening it down, or loudening it, if that's a word, that'll help, I think, keep us focused. It'll help create a little variability in there. It'll maybe train the inner vocal muscles we have going on here to see the different ranges at which they can operate. Maybe they're always screaming inside of us. Maybe they're always quiet. This gives them an opportunity to kind of flex their expressive range. Let me look at my notes here. Oh yeah. So another thing you can do is you can kind of build in the expectation of forgetting into your technique. So you could say, look, I'm going to commit to saying yay, for example, on the pause between the exhale and the inhale. I know, acknowledge up front, I'm a human being. My attention tends to wander. So I'm probably going to miss some of them. What my commitment is going to be is when I recognize, aha, okay, my moment has come, and I haven't done it for a while. Maybe it's been 3, 5, 7, 40, 400, who knows how many pauses where I haven't done a yay. I'm going to come back and I'm going to do the yay with kind of an increased intensity that matches how long I think I've missed. So if I just missed one, right, and my yay is normally at a 5, I may do like a 5.5. Right? If I've missed like 300 of them, right, because I was like maybe in a deep meditative state or, doing Sudoku in my head or whatever, then I might come back with like yay at like a 9 or a 10, right? Yay! And again, that's just kind of a way to first humble ourselves, acknowledge that we're not really striving here for some kind of performative perfection. We're really trying to do is to train and to invite healthier habits into our being. And so one of the things we could do is not get hard on ourselves and not get down on ourselves when we don't live up to whatever standard we create. Actually try to flip it around and use it as an opportunity to actually express gratitude for the fact that we remembered. And so that's what I like about this, is the more you've forgotten, the more you celebrate, because, hey, you're coming back. Right? There's a bit of a prodigal son element to that. Then what I like to do, right, this is something I use for a lot of my meditation techniques, especially the kind of simpler ones, is Commit to yaying before you meditate. And then when the meditation's done, do an evaluation. And the evaluation is a single question. Did I at any point during the meditation, even just once, sync up an eternal expression of yay with some breath component? And if the answer is yes, at least one time I did that, then the meditation is a complete success, right? Congratulate yourself. And any further consideration is beyond the technique.